Bum 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 bum. Ooh. Seems like people can't get enough of the old singing eagle, eh? Well, rather than me waste all your time with a lot of yakety 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 and preambles, let's get this show on the road, shall we? Meeting 12. Supposed to be Wednesday, February 14th. I don't know, whatever. But actually, I'm recording this on Thursday, the 15th of February, here at Sisseton Wahpeton College, and you are in the right place if you're looking at Victor Singing Eagles English Composition 1 class. So, today, some quick announcements before we start messing around with the lesson. Says we got a question. How's that online work coming along with e-learning? Next, 309 days till Christmas. Did you finish that how-to paper? It's due. How-to paper. Coming soon. The growing up story, which I already explained in a previous video, which is due Monday, February 26, 2024 at 17:30. Next, Pop Quiz A is coming. Dun, 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 dun. So Pop Quiz A, do some study up for that. It won't be that hard, just a bunch of ABCD questions, really. Journal reminders. As we get close to midterms, I need to have a look at them. You can either upload them to our website, e-learning, which I got to create a page for that, or you can email them to me, or you can go across the hall and actually show up in person and hand them to me hard copy. That works too. Why not? Old school. For those of you who have not been paying attention to the journals, what you're supposed to be doing is free writing every day of the week for about 10 minutes. So, Monday is a response to a reading. Tuesday is pretty much your opinion on any kind of topic, usually something controversial. We're going to talk about that some more in a few minutes. Wednesday, write a letter to anyone. Could be your senator, could be mom and dad, whoever, your choice. Thursday, be creative, write a story. You could even write a poem if you want to. Friday, writer's choice. Write whatever you feel like writing. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Let's erase this stuff because I want to get this done as quickly as possible without making the video too long and driving the people at YouTube insane with my rambling, with my insane ramblings. So, as you know, I also teach a class that's called, I call it Introduction to College Literacy. And my literacy students, there's only two of them, one boy and one girl. And we were falling into this ongoing discussion, which I alluded to last time, about gender relations. And I said, men and women in the modern times, we're getting in trouble with the way we talk to each other or don't talk to each other. It's pretty bad. We don't know how to talk to each other anymore. Sheesh. I don't even know how to talk myself. I'm tripping over my own tongue. Wilbur. I can't even draw a straight line. Maybe it's too much caffeine. Who knows? And I'm rambling. So, let's talk about this gender relations stuff some more. I'm going to post more things on e-learning so you'll see what I'm talking about. But I got one boy and one girl. So I'm going to start with a girl. I'm going to put over here girls. Girls. And remember last time we met, or the time before last, I was talking about or asking or musing on the possibility maybe this is what killed off the dinosaurs. Maybe some stegosaurus female said to the male stegosaurus, "You ain't nothing." She turned up her snout and trampled away. You never know. And so the other dinosaurs followed suit. Nobody was getting it on anymore. Nobody's making any more baby dinosaurs, and maybe that's what killed it off. Killed them all off. Maybe Neil deGrasse Tyson is wrong. It wasn't a big old meteor asteroid. It was gender relations. Boys. Now, what I'm putting in this little table here are the observations that we made and complaints that either gender has. And don't get into two-spirited stuff and start bugging me about all the different genders there are. We're just keeping it simple, okay? I'm not going to go all woke on you guys. Right. So, the girls, we're complaining about boys. The number one complaint is boys have gotten lazy. I'll just write it out like this. Boys are now lazy. They don't put any effort into relationships anymore. All they want to do is stay home with mom and dad, living in the basement, whatever, playing video games, and once in a while they'll go to the gym and work out, but they don't want to have anything to do with women anymore. Another complaint that she gave me was that boys, are they really doing this? Something with money. She said a lot of guys are asking girls for money. What the H-E double hocking stick, whatever. Asking girls for money. I don't believe it. Maybe it's true. I've been watching YouTube videos, and a lot of guys are talking about going Dutch on dates. You guys got to remember, I'm old school. Back in the old days, we did not go Dutch on dates. The guy picked up the girl, took her to the ice cream parlor or soda fountain, whatever. He paid for everything, brought her back before midnight, and they were good to go. You know, as far as with parents and all. But we won't go there too much. What else? The guys are not paying the money back. Oh, broke. That's what it is. B-R-O-K-E. The guys are broke. Related to the gym is this idea that guys have become too selfish and narcissistic. I can't spell today. There we go. My handwriting's not normally this messy, but you know, when I make these videos, I'm always nervous. I don't know what it is. Boys are lazy. They're asking girls for money. Boys have, if you read statistics, they're not going to college anymore as much as girls are. I mean, even back when I was a college kid at Eastern Washington University doing my Master of Fine Arts in English, there were 4 girls to every 1 boy. And believe it or not, I was younger and more handsome in those days, so I got my 4 girls. But I won't talk about that because I'm supposed to be good. Right. Not going to college anymore. A lot of them aren't even getting jobs. Let's just put it on here. Jobless. Hear the black girls say it. The guys today are dusty, musty, and crusty, and broke. That's pretty much what all that means. Now, we got to go to the boy side. Okay, here we go. Now, keep in mind, you guys know I'm a boy, so I know more about what guys are thinking. And I don't know what it is about YouTube video algorithm or something, but they keep suggesting more men's rights videos and boys' rights and MGTOW and all that kind of stuff. So I get hammered all the time with this stuff. So I can write all kinds of stuff here on this side. Let me see. What are the guys complaining about? Number 1, girls are selfish. Better than selfish, they have unrealistic expectations. They have something called the 3 6s or 4 6s. One of them is X-rated, so I'm not going to tell you that one. 6 number 1 must make 6 figures. 6 number 2 must have 6-pack abs. Number 3, must be at least 6 feet tall. Boy, I'm a deep doo-doo. I'm average height. Used to be average. Back in the day, 5'8" was average. But now, what is it, 5'10"? I don't know. What the heck are people eating? There's another 6. I'm not going to tell you what it is because it's 6. It's X-rated. We don't need to go there. We'll just keep it clean for now. Then we got another thing that girls are. I'm going to put it with this: the unrealistic expectation. If anybody ever watches Kevin Samuels, the late Kevin Samuels videos, he mentioned something about an 80%, 20% rule, which essentially says that 80% of the women are chasing 20% of the guys. And he even says it's worse than that. That we got all these girls going after the best guys, meaning the normal, average-looking blokes get stuck in the friend zone. Oh, let's put that on there. We get friend zone. Even back in the day, in the 80s, I used to get friend zoned sometimes, and I hated it. And we would get, what is that word? Ghosting. That's what they call it now. They show up to dates, and the girls don't show up, and they get ghosted. And they also complain about feminism run amok. Gone too far, I'll just write it. For example, the Me Too movement, which was a good thing, but the guys are saying it's gone too far in the sense that you go to the gym to exercise and you just happen to turn your head and see a girl on the treadmill next to you and you just glance at her, she gets all offended and saying, "Ew, eyeball, ocular assault," or something like that. I don't know. Don't get me started. I see these videos all the time. They're insane. There's a lot of them, these guys are really bitter about girls. They say that girls have gotten too fat. Back when I was dating, I used to say, if I can't carry her, I won't marry her. But we won't go there either. The other argument that guys are saying is that girls are too demanding. Yeah, we'll put that on there too. Too demanding. DEMANDING. And what was the other one that they also argued? Now I'm losing my choo-choo train of thoughts. Let me think. I got to chase that train. Now I'm really losing the train. Well, let's see. We got girls being unrealistic. They got their 4/6 rule, the 80-20 rule. They friend zone guys too much and ghost guys too much. They've taken feminism too far. They're too fat, too demanding. Oh, another one that they argue is that girls have gotten kind of loose. They invented something called hooking up. They're blaming that on the girls. I don't know how true this is, hooking up. Because, like I said, I'm an old man. I'm a grandfather. I don't party anymore. I didn't even party when I was young. I was a nerd. Still am a nerd, as you can tell. Hooking up. Girls have lost, they're going on TikTok and, what is it called, OnlyFans? And making videos where they're taking off their clothes and charging people to watch them. So the boys are complaining that they're, I remember what it is, the word Chad. C-H-A-D. And Tyrone. And back in the day, native version was thrusting buck, but I'm not even going to write that on there because that's too R-rated. A Chad and a Tyrone is pretty much a bad boy. And even in the 90s, guys would complain about this. They said, oh, well, girls are always chasing these bad boys who treat them wrong and cheat on them and go off and take money from them, and they're good for nothing. Maybe they're handsome, but they're good for nothing. And then they dump the girl, and the girls are all crying, oh, boys are terrible, men are terrible. And then they expect the good guys to come along. The good guys who they've already passed up and sent away and said, we're not interested. Now they're coming crying to the good guys and saying, I should have listened to you. I should have been your girlfriend. And the guys are like, man, the young guys have already checked out, is what they're saying. This new generation. And they even started something called a MGTOW movement. MGTOW. It stands for Men Going Their Own Way. And connected closely to that is something called Passport Bros. Passport Bros. Which is where guys, Americans and Canadians and maybe even some Europeans, get fed up with the girls from their own country. They get a passport and they go overseas and pick up usually an Asian wife or sometimes Africa or Caribbean wife. They want a traditional wife. The trad wife movement. TRAD. Now, this is all an overview of the collapse of what I'm calling the collapse of gender relations in the West. And my question, my challenge question to you is this something that is even worthy of discussing in a study? Imagine, the time is ripe right now. Those of you who are fellow scholars and interested in this kind of stuff and write a paper about it and get it published, you see, and get your name out there. You're just undergrads, but you're still fellow scholars sitting on that gold mine. So keep that in mind. And again, this is an awesome pre-writing activity that we just did here. It's something to keep in mind as you do your own whatever topic that you're going to write about. And with that, I am going to call it quits. Call it a day. You guys, thank you so much for being so cool. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.